Again, welcome back to CS 102 class. In these lectures, we will go through how to solve a problem using Java selection statement and also loops. So our main objective again is to use selection statements and a loop to solve two problems using, again, Java code or Java language. So our first problem is they say we should design and also implement an application that stimulates a simple slot machine in which three numbers between 0 and 9 are randomly selected and printed side by side. Then we have to print an appropriate statement if all three of the numbers are the same. So here we have to use the condition statement, that selection statement. Or if any two of the numbers are the same, then continue playing until the user chooses to stop. So continue playing until the user chooses to stop. Then we need to use the loop statement. So the best loop to use will be the while loop with a sentinel value. The sentinel value will signal the stop of the program. Because, for example, if we use for loop, then we know how many times the loop will execute. Now here, based on some value that the user may enter, is to stop the loop. So we have to use, again, while loop. So first thing we do, again, we need an input statement. So we import the scanner class. Our main class name for this program is called the simple slot, which means the file name will be simpleslot.java. And this is a very small program, so we are using only main function. So we have our main function. We declare variable name digits. That's a constant variable, final keyword. And anytime we declare a constant variable, we need to initialize it. So we initialize it to 10. Then we have a regular variable slot 1, 2, and 3. If we remember, the question said three numbers. That was the program will simulate simple slot machine in which three numbers between 0 and 9 are randomly selected. So that's why we need these three variables, slot 1, slot 2, and slot 3. Then we also declare variable name again. So now we have our scanner object. Our scanner object name is scan using the scanner class. In order to use the scanner class, we need to import the utility package, java.util. So we assign y to again. Again is our string variable, so the y will be on double quotation. Then here we say that while again dot equals ignore case y. Now here this is our loop we are using. So our sentinel value is this y. Now y can be lowercase or uppercase. It doesn't matter because we are using equals ignore case. So we ignore the case. Again, this is a built-in method for a string class method. So again, dot equals ignore case y. So first we have the randomly select our digits. So digit will be from 0 to 9. And when we select our digits, we change the data to int. And we assign both to slot 1, slot 2, slot 3. So we have 3 digits. Now here, you can see the digit is 10 here. So any number we generate times 10 will give us the option to select to have any random number between 0 to 9. So we have slot 1, slot 2, slot 3 can be any random number between 0 to 9 because we are using the random function multiplied by digits times digits. Again, random uses the math class. So next, we say system.out.println, and the 3 numbers that randomly was generated, we print it to see it. Now we say that if slot 1 is equal to slot 2, and also slot 2 equal to slot 3, which is the digit, then we win jackpot. Else, if slot 1 equal to slot 2, or slot 2 equal to slot 3, or slot 3 equal to slot 3, slot 1 equal to slot 3, then we say we match 2. We match 2. Or the last option, system.out.print again, which means we didn't win. We have to keep, again, we keep print. Now, if user enter y, as we can see from, let's go back to the question, we can see the condition saying that y again is lowercase or uppercase y, we continue. So if this condition is true, we are going to keep playing the slot machine. So if user enter N, then the loop will stop. Then next we assign scan.nextLine to again. Now let's look at our second example. In our second example, they say we should design implemented program that compare two test input files line by line for equality. Then we print any line that are not equivalent. So here again, we are using Java files. So we need to import our IO, java.io. We also need a scanner class, so we import a utility package with a scanner class. Our main class here is called the file contrast. And we have a main method. Again, we are using Java files, so we throw IO exception that will handle our exceptions. So we create our scanner object, two of them, scan1 and scan2, and we shall see the reason why. Here you can see that we are not using, now when we use the system.in, we get the input from keyboard. By this time, we are getting input from a file. So you can see, so if we need, let's say we have 10 files and we need to get input from the files, we need to create different scanner objects. So here we have two files. We have scan1, scan2, scanner object. So this is the syntax. We have new file, the name of the file, and the second. So here we declare a variable named line1 and line2. And the second one, line num, initialize it to 0. Now we say that while scan1.hasNext, which means there is more data in the file. Remember, scan1 is using contrast1.txt. So scan1.hasNext and scan2.hasNext, which means we haven't reached the end of the two files. We increment the line num plus plus. Then what we do here is that we use the scanner.1.nextLine, scanner.2 to get the two inputs, to get the inputs. From the, again, this input will come from the files, so respectively. Contrast 1, contrast 2. Contrast 1 go to line 1, contrast 2 file go to line 2. Then we compare if not line 1 equals to line 2, which means the two lines are not the same. We say system.out.println line 1, whatever the number is in file 1, and the line. Then the second also line for the file number. Let's move this out. In file 2 is whatever it is. So that's we print the outputs. Yeah. So the goal here again, I would say the main thing we're learning here, using the while loop again and using the if statement, but in the file system, very important also. So here we get an input from a file, not from a keyboard. If it's a keyboard, we just say new system.in. Again, this is, so we get the two inputs, which is in line 1 and line 2. And we compare, not line 1 equals to line 2. Then we print. If the condition is false, then we don't. So that will be the conclusion of our lectures. Again, hopefully we meet in class in our next lectures. Thank you.